Last year, in my freshman year of college, I started dating my first girlfriend. Amy was pretty normal, kind of preppy, kind of chill. The thing was, I had no real idea about who she was or where she came from. All I knew was that she liked Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, whatever was on the hype train, and listened to whatever was top 10 on the charts. In all honesty, she was kind of generic. The only thing she really had going for her was her looks. I hate giving people numbers. It doesn't really accurately explain attractiveness, but if I had to rate her, she'd be a 10, no question. In retrospect, I realized what an idiot I was for going after her just on her looks. I knew our relationship was over the very first time she brought me to her room. For some context, the dorm building we were living in had both 2 bed and 1 bedrooms. I was in a double, so it was a lot bigger, and me and my roommate shared a lot of stuff: games, TV shows, movies. She was in a single, which was a lot smaller, so I didn't really find it too weird when she kept insisting that we hang out in my room. So you can guess that I didn't expect what I saw in her room. Spiders. Spiders everywhere. Long-legged, short-legged, furry, smooth, big, and small, each with their own little enclosure, and each of them with those 8 eyes bulging out of their foreheads, rolling around as they scuttled across the surface of their cages. I hate spiders. They scare the shit out of me. The way they hide in the shadows, the cracks and the corners, waiting to catch you with your guard down, and in this room, with every wall adorned with spiders, I felt like I was about to break down and cry. Still, Amy was hot, and I wanted to make this work. So I pretended to be fascinated as she named each spider: beefsteak, chocolate, Heinz, cheese whiz, and so on. But every time she turned to point at a spider, every time her eyes were off me, I shuddered, trembles running down my body uncontrollably. This wasn't right. This wasn't who she was in my head. Fear started to seep into me like a poison. Who was I dating? Denial was the tactic I chose. I never went back to her room again, and mostly everything went back to normal. The thing is, sometimes when we made out, I tasted something salty, bitter, and sour, staining her spit as it soaked into my mouth. Every time that taste slid down my throat, I started to gag, acidic bile spilling out of my esophagus into my mouth. It was like my body was screaming at me to stop kissing this girl. I didn't find out what she'd been doing, what she'd been trying to give me until it was too late. We were getting hot and heavy in my room, Breaking Bad playing on the TV in the background. Spit flecked my lips, our tongues writhing together like two snakes tangled in a mortal coil. My hand slipped under her shirt, grabbed at something, warm and round and soft and smooth. Our hips rolled together, curves meeting curves, fitting like a jigsaw puzzle. Then I felt it slip into my mouth, its hairy legs brushing the damp walls, rubbing against my uvula. Something chittered in my mouth, pinched the flesh of my cheek from the inside. I bit down, hard, and felt it squish between my molars, bursting like a blister. Thick, metallic-tasting liquid trickled across my tongue, then more furry, tingling across my throat. This time past my tonsils, then all the way down. In the mute shock of my mind, I thought I could hear the soft rustling of spider legs brushing against spider legs. I started screaming, but the fluffy mass in my throat clogged up the sound, dampened it so only a weak humming noise came out. Tastes good, right? Newborn spiders are so deliciously sweet and sour. Can you feel the crunch? The way they're running around your mouth? Her eyes were bright with excitement, and she was breathing heavily. Her lips parted gently, the wet curve yawning open to reveal them. 3 more spiders, swollen with eggs, all 24 beady black eyes staring straight at me. I ran all the way home that day. Spent an hour in the bathroom brushing my teeth trying to get rid of the taste. But it lingered. I straight up moved out of the dorms the next day without an explanation, leaving my mate screwed without a roommate. How could I tell people, though? How do I explain that my girlfriend fed me spiders? To this day, I can't even look at a picture of them without feeling nauseated. It's like I can taste them all over again, just like it happened yesterday. It's a trauma of mine, one I haven't been able to shake, but I'm somewhat comforted by the fact that so many other people hate spiders. I'm not the only one with fear of spiders, I know that. But how many of those people feel something moving in their stomach when they wake up from their nightmares?